Okay, my friends, welcome to the build video. If you guys are wondering what Shipment 9 comes with, I already did an unboxing video and I went into detail on everything that was in the magazine and all the parts packs. So what I did was I made a playlist of the Eaglemoss, so if you want you can check out those videos. That goes from the original pre-order to all the way up to this part of this video. So if you want you can check that out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get moving with the build. So we're going to put the parts aside until we need them. And we're going to start with parts pack number 31. And it's got some ties and it's got all kinds of goodies. So let's get everything out of the packaging. You can see we're going to use a nice big circuit board, and we got another big section of a metal piece of the hull, and we have some windows, and we got an escape pod, so that's everything that's in there. Put that aside and we'll get right to it. So we're going right to stage 31. Light up your entire saucer build to date by connecting all this lights into a single printed circuit board. And you can see step A, retrieve the left neck panel from your stage 30 parts, position the left neck front windows. And it looks like that's what all we're going to do for this section, for that part. So, you guys remember, this is, let's see, 30F. The neck panel, and this is plastic, so you can see there are windows from here. So what we're going to do is this is going to go on the left side, and you can see where the holes are going to go through the screw sections, and they're going to go right into place. And it says to just put these aside for now, so we're going to put that aside, and we're going to go to work right on the circuit board. Locate the PCB board, and note how it has several different types of sockets. Use the image below as a reference when you use the various plugs over the coming stages. So they're all going to be coded. Now insert the PCB cable 31E into the socket IN on the saucer PCB. So that looks like it's going to be this one. Let me get my magnification goggles just to be certain. So this is in 1. So the in 1 is located at the upper right hand corner. And the cable that they're calling for is this one. There are no lights on it. This is probably going to be to connect cables or connect circuit boards. So what we're going to do with this one, you can see that the side that has the teeth, there's a side that has no teeth, but the side that has the clip is the side that goes in. So we're going to just put it in like fussily, and it just clicks right into place. So that's in nice and securely. So let's move on. That was easy first two steps. Now we're going to put it in step C. It's going to go into the frame. First, place the PCB in the underside of the saucer skeleton, keeping all loose cables clear. Secure it with 4 FM screws. So what we're going to do now, I think. right, so we got the circuit board in. We're ready to start connecting the cables. When they're ready to move on to the next step. Next, plug the 7 deck panel lights shown below into slots marked A on the saucer PCB. The pair of plugs from stage 18 have red and black and green and yellow cables. The single plug from stage 24 has red and blue and yellow and black. The 4 plugs from stage 19 have red and black and white and yellow cables, 3 of which are taped together in a bundle. So you can see it's looking like the yellow. Alright, so we got the 7 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see the other ones are different sizes or they're marked differently. Some of them have the markings of B. Finally, use the 2 cable ties to secure all but one of the wires to the skeletal structure as shown. One of the stage's 18 cables is too short to be tied in this fashion. You can see what we're going to do. All right, so when you get all of the ties, you get all the wires kind of neat, situated, tied down, and you get all the clips into the PCB board, this is what it should look like. So as you can see, the only things that we really have loose is there's another light that's going to go into another section, and there's no more clips. They're all into the PCB board. So we can move on to the next step, which is step F, and we're going to test it out. Test all the connections made in this stage by plugging the battery into the one out at the saucer PCB. All the saucer lights fitted should now illuminate. And if you did it right, you'll see the bottom of all. All right, guys. You can see all of the lights that are in there are lit. It looks pretty cool when you see it actually lit up, all of them, instead of sections at a time. So that looks good. Let me show you guys what it looks like from the underneath. Now there are still two bulbs. There's this one that's yet to go into a panel. And I thought I saw another one. I guess it's just that one. You can see what it looks like from underneath. So that section is all set. We tested the lights, and the lights are working. So now we're ready to move on. We'll take everything from 32. All right, you can see when everything is all in. Another section of the hull is all set. So we're going to put that aside for now. And you're going to see when we're going to move on to step B, retrieve the neck panel assembly. And that's going to go into the saucer pylon. So we have the two. We have the two bulbs, so they're going to be separated. So you can see the back of the assembly. It's going to go just like that. You guys can see how it's going to go. And there's going to be two bulbs, one at the top and one on the bottom. All right, so you're going to have one at the bottom, and you're going to have the yellow and the black at the top. And you're going to have two. Make sure that these are positioned correctly. So these two are going to be coming out the side. So what's next? This one is a plastic piece. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6 of the escape pods. You guys can see we get the lights in, and we get the escape pods in, and they're going to have us test them. So the power supply goes to this section, and this is going to go into this section. And you guys can see, I'm going to shut the light. Looking good. And we have another light that's going to go into another section. So that's all set for stage 34. And this one is plastic as well. And we're going to begin, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, there are 5 escape pods. So and you guys can see there's another completed section of the primary hull. Got the escape pods, and we've got the lighting pattern just like it is shown on screen. And they're going to have us test this again. So let's break out the circuit board, and this is going to go in this section. And you guys can see, looks good. We'll put the lights out. And here's an extra light. And it's looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and we'll remove that from the circuit board. As you can see, we're going to use this. And this is going to be CP screws. So there's going to be 3 CP screws. But before we put the reflective part, we're going to have to put the lights. You guys remember we had gotten this in an earlier issue. So we're going to put them in. And they fit right into place, just like the other ones did. And now when you put in the reflective backing, we're going to put the light with the yellow and the black. We're going to put that on top. And what you want to kind of do is lock it into place. And the part that's blue and red, we're going to put on the bottom. And these are held together, let's see, with the CP screws, because the plastic inserts kind of bring like a flooding effect to the inside. So now you can see where we're going to put them in and where it's going to attach to the frame right there. We're going to put the wall in. And there's a little lip in the front that you want to catch. Okay, so when you can see now, when it's all in place and locked together, and it's screwed in, you can see what's next. You guys can see the windows. Actually, let me put the lights out for you. And you can see the flashing, docking light for the saucer section. You can see all the little windows inside. Again, you can see the difference between the windows and not having the windows. It really spreads the light around. You guys can see the back and the docking lights for the primary hull. Don't worry about that, we'll take care of that when we put in that other section. You can see the dorsal hull. Looks pretty nice. And we've got the two lights that are coming out the other side. You can see on the inside where all the things go. The frame. You can see the back where the impulse engines are. And that looks pretty cool. That's it. So I guess this is going to be an extra piece that we're going to work on in the next shipment, in shipment 10. And let me see, I almost forgot to put that back on. We're going to keep the bottom or the floor of the battle section. We're going to keep that on again. Maybe put the switch on. That way there you don't see the bottom. And again, that's where the batteries are. Let's see if I can open it for you. It's held on with magnets, and that's where you change the batteries. Well, you guys that are making this know that. But looking pretty cool. And that's it for this section. That was shipment 9. The build for shipment 9, we did the lights in the battle section. We put on a section of the wall, and we did the bottom, or the inside of the saucer section, excuse me. You can see we did the circuit board. So I'm looking forward to adding more sections. and seeing the whole thing lit up. It's going to be pretty nice. So my friends, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon with shipment number 10.